A pullback is a temporary reversal against the prevailing trend. In this video, you will learn what is pullback, how to identify valid pullbacks and trade pullbacks the right way. Let's uncover the power of pullbacks and how they can be your secret weapon for profitable trades. So here on the screen, guys, what are pullbacks? So a pullback is basically a temporary reversal against a prevailing trend, be it a downward trend. A pullback would be temporary reversal of that downward trend, right? So like I said earlier, pullbacks are not to be feared, okay, because they provide us with a more favorable price to enter our trades, right? And as well ride the trend. So how do we identify pullbacks and take advantage of them? The first step is to recognize a valid pullback. Okay, you need to know how to recognize a valid pullback. Some persons do not know the ideal way to mark out their pullbacks. Okay, some traders unknowingly mark out inside bars as valid pullbacks. Okay, this is what I'm going to teach you, how to identify the correct pullbacks. You need to pay attention to this video. You need to learn the art of identifying and trading valid pullbacks. Okay, this will help you gain an edge in the forex market and as well improve your trading results. Here on the charts, from the first box right here, guys, so this is a bearish scenario. So I want to ask you, is this a valid pullback? The answer is yes. Why? Guys, as you can see, like I said, this is a bearish scenario. We have something like this, okay, and like this, right? Something, all right, we have something like this. So if you want to mark out pullbacks for a downward trend, okay, the candlestick must take out the high of the previous candle to be a valid pullback, all right? The candlestick of the pullback must take out the high of the previous candle to be a valid pullback. And once we have the high of the previous candle taken out, then we have a valid pullback. So right here, guys, you can see this is a bearish candle, this is a bearish candle, then this is a bullish candle, meaning, right, the market was moving upward. This is a bullish candle, right? So one thing you need to understand right here is that what this bullish candle, as it was pulling back, this bullish candle high, all right, swept the high of this other bullish candle. So we have a valid pullback right here, okay? And before this pullback will be valid, this first bullish candle, right, should sweep the low of the bearish candle. And guys, I hope you're following. So if it did not take out the low, or if it is not lower, let's say we have something like this, the low of this candle is higher than the bearish candle, that is the pullback candle, it's higher than the bearish candle, it did not sweep it or it did not close below it, then guys, this pullback is invalid. All right, it is invalid irrespective of the fact that the high of the bullish candle of the pullback candles took out this other high of this candle, right? Then it is still invalid because this low has not been swept, or it did not close below, or there is no weak candle closing below here. Okay, so guys, I hope you are following. But once we have this sweeping this low, or the body of the candle close below here, then this is our valid pullback. Okay, so on that note, this becomes our valid pullback. So guys, in the second box, in the second diagram right here, okay, as we can see, this is a bullish scenario. Okay, this is an upward trend. So right here, remember, in an upward trend, for this pullback to be valid, okay, it must take out the low of the previous candle. It should take out the low of the previous candle. For an upward trend, it should take out the high of the previous candle to be a valid pullback. So right here, we can see in this bullish candle, this low is still protected, but we have this candle, right, taking out the low of this candle, so we have a valid pullback. Okay, and we can also see that this candle that swept the low of this candle closed above this other candle, making it a valid pullback, just like I illustrated in this scenario. Okay, so right here, as you can see, this now becomes our valid pullback, like this, and like this. So this is our valid pullback. Assuming this is on a 15-minute time frame, if you go to lower time frame, let's say the 1-minute time frame, you are going to see it clearly that this is going to be a swing. Okay, you're going to have a higher high and higher low swing formation. So guys, this is also a valid pullback. All right, so this is how to mark out your pullback. So in this third box right here, in our third illustration right here, as you can see, so let me ask you, my amazing viewer right here, okay, is this a valid pullback? So right here, guys, as you can see, this is a downward trend scenario, right? So right here we can see this is the low of this candle, right? In a downward trend, as you all know, the high of the previous candle needs to be taken out. So right here we can see our high is still protected, so this is not a valid pullback. Sorry for my drawing, guys. So this is not a valid pullback because the high is still protected. Alright, so it did not sweep the high of the previous candle. This is not a valid pullback. So if you are marking out here as your inducement zone, then you are going to get trapped. You are going to fall into the smart money trap, right? So this is not a valid pullback. Okay, so let's head on to the fourth scenario right here. Right here on the chart, do we have a valid pullback? This is an upward trend scenario, right? We have, okay, market took out the high of this candle, right? So we are expecting price to take out the low to confirm this pullback. So this is the low of this candle. We are expecting price to take out the low to confirm the pullback. So right here, there is no inducement taken out, there is no liquidity sweep. So this is not a valid pullback, okay? So right here, we have these two new scenarios, not valid. They are invalid and void. So right here on the fifth scenario, guys, do we have a valid pullback here? I want you to take keen attention before I respond to this. So what is your answer, guys? You can let me know in the comment section because I would always be there to read your comments. And also, guys, if you have any question regarding this, you can also drop them in your comment section and then we are going to address them effectively. So right here, do we have a valid pullback? Let's find out. As you can see here, okay, we have a bearish trend scenario like this, and like this, right? So right here, guys, you can see we have a valid pullback because this candle, this is the lowest point of this bearish move before the pullback started off. Right, so right here we can see in a downward trend the high of the previous candle needs to be taken out. So no candle have closed below here, unlike in this scenario we have this candle sweep below this level. So we're expecting price to take out the high of the green candle, okay? But if this price here had closed around here, then we're expecting price to close above the red candle to have a valid pullback. Guys, I hope you're following. But right here, guys, as you can see here, we have the lowest point around here. So that means we are not expecting price. If price just takes out this high, then it's not a valid pullback. So since we are looking at this candle, this red candle here, because this price is not close below it, so since we are looking at this red candle right here, we're expecting price to take out the high of this candle. All right, that will validate it a pullback. But instead, if it takes out this other candle, this is not a valid pullback. If this price just moves like this, then it is not a valid pullback. Okay, we're expecting price to take out the high of the previous candle. All right, so right here, if this price moves like this, okay, then we're expecting price to take out this, will be good to go. But right here, guys, as you can see, after price sweeps this high, right, then we have a valid pullback like this. So guys, this is correct. Now let's take a look at the next scenario, right, before we head to the chart. This is a bullish trend scenario right here, as you can see. So right here, as we all know, in an upward trend, price must take out the low of the previous candle for it to validate a buy. So right here, the lows are protected. All the lows right here are protected. The lows are protected. There is no sweep of any previous low, guys. So right here, we do not have a valid pullback. Okay, some persons would look at this bearish candle and feel like it is a pullback. No, guys, it's not a pullback because it did not sweep the low of this green candle. And if you look closely again, guys, you can see that this is just an inside bar. We just have 3 candles right here. All right, we have just 3 candles right here. Remember, a break is always break of previous structure or break of high or low. So right here, we can see we have a break here. We do not have a break of this momentum bullish candle. There is no break above, there is no break below. So all of these 2 candles are just inside bar. This candle and this candle are inside bar to this green candle. So we do not have a break above. The candle that actually broke the high of this candle is this bullish candle right here. All right, so on that note, we just have 3 candles seated right here. These other internal candles inside bars, they are called inside bar candles, are useless for us in our trading, in our analysis. Anytime you see these inside bar candles, always ignore them. Sometimes they are major traps to confuse traders, and most times, guys, this also depicts consolidation inside bar candles. So you need to train your eyes, open your eyes to see the forex market clearly, so you can be able to act differently, think differently, and trade differently from other traders. So guys, let's head on to the chart. So right here on the chart, as you can see, this is on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Anything I teach on this channel is applicable on all the time frame. The 1 minute, the 4 hours, the daily, they are all applicable on all the time frames. Okay, so right here on the chart, let's take a look at valid and invalid pullbacks. So right here, as you can see, we have a bullish move right here. We have a bullish move, we have a valid pullback, and then we have this. right? So let's take a quick analysis or breakdown of this. So like I said earlier, right, so in an upward trend, for you to identify a valid pullback, the candle should take out the previous candle low. Okay, so right here we can see this candle low was taken out, so we have a valid pullback here, right? Now moving on, so as you can see, okay, this is our pullback candle right here. So all of these are inside bars, they are all inside this red candle. All right, so on that note, what are we expecting? These are useless to us. We do not make our analysis or our judgment based on it. This is where we have our break. This green candle right here broke this level. All right, so after this pullback, we have a break here. So right here, okay, we have this, okay, and this, right? So all of these are not meaningful to us, right? So moving on, guys, I want to ask us right here, is this a valid pullback or not? Most traders do the wrong thing. Okay, they mark this level like this, they mark this as a valid pullback, but you need to train your eyes to be able to identify all these, because most times most traders tend to get confused with some of these concepts. So right here, as you can see, this is not a valid pullback. Why? Because we can clearly see that this high is still protected, right? And then this low is still protected. So there is no break above, there is no break below. So these are all inside bar candles to this momentum green candle. So this is not a valid pullback. So this will only be a valid pullback, guys, if we have a break below of this previous candle. Okay, this will be a valid pullback because this is the highest candle right here. All right, because one thing you need to understand is that if this inverted hammer candle, right, had slightly pulled up above this momentum green candle, then this would be our valid pullback. Okay, but it did not, move above it. It's still inside bar to this momentum green candle. All right, so even if it had moved slightly above it this way with wicks, even this candle here is going to be our valid pullback if it had moved in this direction. But right now we do not have. All of these are internal structures. So you see some traders will mark this as a valid pullback and then try to go long. This is the wrong thing to do. This is one of the smart money traps that you need to be keen on to identify on the chart. All right, so right here, as you can see, we have a valid pullback here, okay, and then we have a break of internal structure right here, and then we have a valid pullback like we have spotted here, and then we have another break right here. Okay, right, we have another break right here. So where is our inducement? Most traders might do the wrong thing because they cannot properly identify pullbacks. So right here, this becomes our inducement. And what happened? Price came, took out inducement and moved higher. So assuming you do not know how to correctly mark out your pullbacks, you may not have the chance to go in on this trade. So guys, these are some of the concepts that you need to properly understand so that you can also take advantage of them to make profits from the forex market. Let's take a look at a few more scenarios, all right, to have a better understanding of these concepts. Okay, so right here, this is for a downward trend scenario right here. Okay, as you can see, we have a valid pullback right here, right? This is the lowest point of this move, the bearish move before the pullback move. All right, so right here we can see price has taken out the high of this candle. So right here we have a valid pullback, and then we have a break here. We have our lowest points right here. Okay, and we can see price taking out the high of the candle with the lowest point, right? The lowest move to the downward side. So here this high has been taken out, so we have a valid pullback. So if this momentum red candle is our last candle before this pullback commenced, then we are expecting price to take out the high of this candle, and then we'll see a valid pullback. All right, so whichever way, guys, you need to properly understand this concept. So right here, guys, this candle here, as you can see, there is a move right here. All right, so these are internal structures to this red candle. This move right here, none took out the high of this red candle. Okay, none took out the high of this red candle. Then as price moved lower, we saw that there is a sweep of this low candle taking out the low of this candle. So our concentration, right, moved from the high of this red candle to the high of this green candle because it has swept the low of this candle. So right here we can now see that price took out the high of this previous green candle, this bullish candle right here, and this confirms this a valid pullback. Okay, so right here, after identifying our valid pullback, then we mark out our inducement zone. So guys, it's important to know how to identify valid pullbacks, because with that you can clearly mark out your correct structures and inducement zone. Okay, so as you can see clearly here, after this pullback, price came back and took out inducements from our valid pullback here, all right, and then pushed lower. So if you do not know how to identify and mark out the right pullbacks, then you will end up making wrong trading decisions and become a victim of smart money traps. Ensure you know how to mark out your pullbacks correctly so that you will make good trading decisions and maximize profit. Thank you for watching. You inspire me to create more educative content like this. You can watch this video multiple times to get a better understanding of this concept and do well to practice and backtest this strategy. Okay, so if this video was helpful, kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more valuable insights on forex trading strategies. You can also click the link in the description box below to join my community of informed traders on Telegram. I'll see you in the next video. Stay connected to wealth.